testing, testing. Alright. Let me just transition. Oh. Hold on. Okay, it's working. Alright, so basically what's happening, this stream, I forgot to just finish it off, like, when I took a break, basically, so... From this game, so I decided, like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna finish it off then. Whoops. Finishing up chapter 3, and then I'll go back to chapter 4. Whoopsie daisy. It's kind of funny, like, going back to this game and see it's all grid by grid, you know, like most RPG Maker games are like. And here goes the board. Kinda wish we could play it again, but then I can understand why it isn't included. How we can go here. I went to the bathroom. Alright, I guess we're going to court. Oh. Just realized my mouse was on the screen. Okay, what? Alright, that's weird. Oh, there you go. Can't remember what day it was. Oh, you think this might be the final one. Deep breath, Nina. Remember what happened today? You're gonna be there for your clients. Just like Anya always told you. They'll need you to hold it together too. Just as much as your clients. The students with dignity. Ah. What is it? I feel like call Ren! It's okay, I took care of it. You did? I tried to call him while you were in the shower, but he didn't answer. You try him again? You're in the shower for your customary half an hour with that hair of yours. What do you think? No answers, huh? Nada. Think he was worried about the way the wind was blowing? Maybe. Something he's seeing your friends' attendance. I have no idea. Thanks to you. Dead time's lucky, Miss Aquila. Chad, I must say, you're a consummate professional. Why did you say that? Because I know you got nothing. No promotional lighters, no dragon summoning cards, even Anya Miller would concede in your position. Then my clients are fortunate that I'm not Anya Miller. Well, good one, Nina. See, do you have a plan? What? No. I just didn't want it to be too easy on him. Please be seated. We're here to observe the third day of the trial of 3 defendants. Kazuk Akai, also known as the Ace of Diamonds, Hank Castle. Oh, there's the guy from chapter 4, also known as the Eighth Part, and Jocelyn Montfoyer, also known as the Ace of Clubs. These individuals were involved in actions which led to the death of Carl Mass, a wealthy socialite, also known as the Eight of Spades. At the first trial day, it was agreed that the prosecution would yield the charges of murder in the first degree. i.e., the defendant do not stand accused of premeditated murder. However, they remain accused of several offenses, namely, murder by reckless endangerment, involuntary manslaughter, as well as murder in the second degree. At the second trial day, we addressed the possible motives of the defendants. While compelling, those murders were each somewhat flawed compared to the obvious friendship shared by the defendant and the deceased. Neither the prosecution nor the defense have presented compelling arguments about what happened during the actual race. And the bench has suggested both sides seek more expertise in the matters of this Togu Jakin racing. Mr. Hulk, Miss Aquila, have you attempted to do this? I have, Your Honor! As have we. Chad has Trey, but what could Trey possibly know to make him so confident? Very well. In accordance with the 3-day statute, I am compelled to render a verdict at the end of this trial day. Mr. Hall, please restate the prosecution's case. Of course. I'm putting on this voice for him because I like him. Your Honor, the prosecution's perspective has not changed. Clara Mass is dead. The precise events of her death are, as we have established, not entirely certain. I know that's not his actual voice as said in the voice lines, but I just like his doing that voice with him. Direct evidence in this case does not seem to be forthcoming. Our only alternative is to turn to outside expertise, as the court has suggested, to try and resolve this deadlock. It is still the prosecution's belief that the Aces are guilty on multiple charges, and we will clarify this via expert witness testimony. Alright. Thank you, Mr. Hulk. Bailiff, please bring in the defendants. The three of you are aware of the charges maintained by the prosecutions. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty, Your Honor. I suppose a little expedience was too much. Whatever. Expendency was too much to hope for. Mr. Castle, Mr. Agai, Miss Montefiore. The court recognizes your pleas. Prosecutor, please bring forth your first witness. We already know that Chad's gonna bring out Trey. I'm not sure what he's gonna say, but I bet it's compelling. Meanwhile, our knowledge of Clara's movement on that evening is a bit of a jumble. Our only hope, if there is any hope, is to assemble that jumble into something more cohesive. It seems impossible, but let's not give up quite yet. The prosecution calls Trey Grierson to the stand. Oh me, oh my. Mr. Hall, is this the correct witness? Well, yes. Your notes stated he was a mechanic. Is there a problem, Your Honor? Oh, no problem. I haven't expected you to be, well, a movie star. He's a bishi for sure. Starting to think it's been a while for Judge Tony. Your Honor, I'm here for a reason. May we continue? Oh my, of course. Please state your Please state your identity for the court record. Your Honor, I am Trey Grierson, master mechanic and current king of spades. But for my profession, I am the owner of a series of auto repair shops in the Village City area, Grierson & Co. I am both the owner and practicing manager of the business, having trained every member of the staff. Wow, he's not kidding when he says master mechanic. However, more importantly, Clara and I were close friends. I see. We had known each other for several years and had a great deal of respect for each other's skills. The rostro races are misfits of an internal disagreement that affects the future of mountain racing. Clara was central to this disagreement, but she practiced her racing skills daily, honing them to a new heights of protection. To a new heights of perfection. Your Honor, if I may. I feel the witness has established his identity, but this further pontification is unnecessary. We're all aware of Cloud's exceptional skills. On the contrary, Clara Mass's exceptional skills are of great interest to the court. Mr. Gearson, please inform the court of what you told me yesterday. It is of my expert opinion that Clara Mass was preeminent towards Jankin racer. It would therefore be unconscionable, at least in my eyes, that she could die by a simple accident or driving-based mishap. So if I am to understand your meaning, Mr. Gilson, Clara Mass could only have crashed if she were somehow forced into doing so. Forced into Order.
Objection.
Impossible. We already established that there's zero evidence that any of the aces shunted Clara's car off the road.
Objection!
Perhaps, Mr. Gearson. Mr. Hulk and I discussed this. Even if none of the aces collided with Clara's car, there are many ways that could coincide a driver into having an accident that do not involve a collision. This is bullshit, Ink. You know it as well as I do, Kesuke. It's racing. Putting pressure on each other is what we do. Mr. Castle, control yourself. I'm sure Hank means well, but he rather eloquently proves my point. Clara was skilled, but still human. While she would never have made a simple error in controlled condition, this was a high-pressured race, where she was pushed, metaphorically speaking, into making a mistake that caused her death.
Objection.
This is all hearsay and conjecture. Surely this inadmissible?
Objection!
He's an expert witness. We can't just make stuff up. Mr. Gearson are well qualified by his experience and close knowledge of the deceased. That these matters are inconvenient for you, Miss Aquila, does not inherently make them untrue. Miss Aquila raises a good point. Given the circumstances of this case, the court will allow Mr. Gearson to testify on this topic, with the express understanding that his remarks are purely his expert opinion. I guess that'll have to do. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Gearson, are you prepared to make a formal statement on this matter? I am, Your Honor. Clara's skill was extraordinary and absolutely consistent. She spent years honing her talents. Maybe that none of the other aces struck her car or shunt her, but there are numerous other ways to cause a crash. Very well, Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. Of course, Your Honor. Can I handle it, chat? He always had me convinced. I see what we can do. Oh, no. I do wonder, like, you know, like all of a sudden, like this, like the screen. Anyway, that one, like this, like the loading screen in chapter, you know, season 1 and well, chapter 4, there wasn't any, like, yeah.
Hold it!
Absolutely consistent? Yes. I've never seen Clara make a single error. Smooth as if her cornering was the stuff of legend. Most racers at some point are known to scratch the paint, or dent their front or rear wings when drifting. Not Clara. I examined her car every bolt and yield, every single race, and there was never a scratch on it. Clara's car was damaged when we arrived at the scene of the accident, though that could have been from the crash, I guess.
Hold it!
You've known her that long? Only a couple of years, but I heard the stories from before that. I have no reason to doubt them. It's hearsay, but I feel it was pointless to object. Tony is unaware, this is just his opinion. Is aware that this is just his opinion. I don't like it, but we'll have to go along with it. Sorry?
Hold it!
So you admit that none of the aces collide with Clara's car? I admit that yes. The evidence that Mr. Hawk has shown me appears quite conclusive. That doesn't mean they're not responsible though, because... blah 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 blah.
Hold it!
Like what? A banana skin on the road? A blue shell? It's possible that a near miss or an aggressive overtake gone wrong. These are the sort of things that can lead to a crash. Racing is a high-pressure activity. Before you establish that everyone on the course had a compelling reason to win, they may have just allowed their tempers to flare, and that caused them to push things too hard. We know that Clara was behind, then ducked her headlights and made her way to the front of the pack. I guess it's possible that the other aces, maybe without thinking, made a tactical move to block her and that caused the accident. Does that really make sense though? It just seems too much like a post-rationalization. Your Honor, the prosecution believes that this charade has persisted long enough. Perhaps, Miss Aquila? Yes, Your Honor? I appreciate your desire to follow all leads and do the right thing for your clients. However, this court cannot tolerate drawing out proceedings without good cause. You have a clear reason why we should continue to examine this case. Your Honor, if I... Miss Aquila? It's okay. Really. We all knew the risks when we started racing. We all shared sharing the responsibility for Clara's death, even if we don't know exactly how it happened. I don't like it, but I guess I have to agree with Kyosuke and Jocelyn. Shirley, is this it? Is there nothing else? Just like Anya told you, when to hold them and when to fold them. Your Honor. The defense Wait! I had a small experiment. What is the meaning of this? Your Honor, you might recognize my expert witness, Stan Renson, from the last 2 court days. As you can see, he has arrived late. Ren, seriously? My request is small recess. Short recess. Surely not! Mr. Hall, be reasonable. The court will grant you a small pause to brief your expert. No more. Thanks, Your Honor. Nina, it's wrong. All of it. Ren, I know it's hard to see your friends about to be sentenced, but... What? No, not that. This! I checked it and it wasn't right, so I looked into a second opinion. Ren, calm down. Yeah, man. You're doing 120 and we need you about 40. Okay. You thought... waylaid wheel was Clara's, but it matched her rim and tires because it matches her rim and tires, but it isn't. What? How? The wear on the tires all wrong. Clara's car was missing its front driver's side wheel. But this is definitely a real wheel. You sure? Positive. But why does that matter? Doesn't that mean the wheel could have just come from anywhere? I thought about that. With these tires and rims, this combination is, and practically no one else. The special racing compound and lightweight rear, no normal driver would use them. Even so, couldn't they have come from any other racer? I thought so too, and it would be hard to prove otherwise, but I have an idea. What? The reason why I got here late. I wanted to prove it was too big a coincidence to simply ignore. I had to perform an experiment. You know, I told you the place you found the tire was at the bottom of a dip in the course, like the accident scene was uphill from where you found it. Yeah, I remember that. This tire was punctured, meaning someone probably removed it by the roadside. So I drove it up the scene and put the tire on the road to let go of it. Drew to the slope and started rolling. It came to rest almost exactly where you found it. Whoa! And here's the kicker. As part of reducing the weight of their car, street racers don't carry spare wheels. Then that suggests Miss Aquila, proceeding must resume. Damn it, I need more time. What to do? Suggesting to flip your assumptions? Mr. Hulk, how do I buy more? Wait, could you please remind me of the list of charges that the prosecution had put before the court? The charges? Why? I wanted to be sure about them before the defense rests. And I know that your notes are more organized than mine. Neither are you. Shh. Very well. The prosecution levels the charges off. Okay, now I'll keep talking for a minute or so while I get to think. Clara was found in a car which had 3 wheels. The driver's side front wheel was missing. Now that we found this mysterious wheel, and Brent's experience suggested it came from the accident site. But this isn't missing wheel from Clara's car. This must have come from somewhere else. Where did it come from? What was it Chad said back in the Great Wave? No, your side's more improvisational. So let's improvise. Which concludes our list of charges. There, are you satisfied? Not remotely, Your Honor. As you yourself have said, this case is currently made more complex by the fact we do not have a clear understanding of how the accident took place. No one does. On the contrary, the defense wishes to propose an outline of what happened, drawing upon evidence.
Order!
Wait, you know what happened? Hell no. Kind of playing speed chess here. You sure about this? It's what I do. Miss Aquila, please explain yourself at once. Your Honor, my associate has shed new light on a piece of evidence, this mysterious wheel, which was found further up the course from the accident site. So, we're all aware that Clara's car was missing a wheel. This is not that wheel. What? Clara's car was missing the front driver's side wheel, but my associate says that the wear pattern reveals this to be a rear wheel. Mere conjecture! To echo your earlier point, Chad, he's an expert witness that these matters are inconvenient for you. If I could butter up this feeling and sell it, I'd be a nearly billionaire.
Objection!
But how can you possibly prove that has any bearing on Clara's accident? When placed on the ground at the site of the accident and left to roll, this will roll back to where we discovered it on the course. Surely even you can admit this is too large a coincidence to simply ignore. So then, where's Clara's car's actual wheel? Oh, we'll get to that. That makes me actually sound smart. Really, I don't know. But maybe by the time we get there, I'll have it figured out. But for the moment, consider this. For us to find a wheel that does not belong to Clara's car, this must have come from a different car. An additional car that was somehow involved. Order in the court. Mr. Quill raises a good point. If another car, and by extension another driver, was involved in the events of Clara's car death, this would have great bearing on the case. Mr. Hulk, can you account for this? I'm impressed, Aquila. Uh-oh. But tell me this. Let's say for a moment there was an additional car. Where did it go? The accused cases didn't mention another car in the statements. The photographer didn't see another car all evening. No other cast is seen in the photos of the aces at the crime scene, so riddle me this. When did this mysterious car come to rest upon the track? Isn't that obvious? It must have been before the race. Fa! You're reaching. I've yet to see any evidence that suggests there was anything significant going on up the mountain prior to the events of Class death. This is a fair upset. Miss Aquila, do you have any evidence that any related event took place before the ace race? What evidence do I have? What was it again? I'm pretty sure it was this one. What was it again? Oops. What? I did it again! Okay, it's just that stupid. Yo, I didn't I forgot about that evidence exists. Whoops. Your Honor, last night one of the roster racers spoke to us up at the roster vista. They said that when they arrived at the mountain several hours before the ace race, they could hear the sound of another race going on further down the track. Perhaps, but how is this relevant to the events involving Clara? I'm getting to that. Let's see if we can keep building this picture of Clara's movement. She went there earlier, anyway, there was an earlier race. Your Honor, it's the defense's understanding that Clara Masters left her home early that evening and was involved in something that prevented her from answering her phone, despite others trying to reach her. So it's possible Clara was present at the mountain earlier, perhaps even taking place in this earlier race. Yeah, maybe she was. Not good. Let's say she was in this earlier race. In fact, why not? The prosecution sees she could have been in this earlier race. However, that has zero bearing on later events. But perhaps there was a race and Clara was in it. Maybe someone lost a wheel. Perhaps the other car was picked up by aliens for flying over the lower of the mountains. None of this matters. He's right. Even if we had cast iron proof that Clara took part in the earlier races, how would that extradite the aces? There must be some way this becomes relevant, think Nina. This point seems to be running to its logical conclusion, Miss Aquila. A moment, please, Your Honor. Okay. No pressure, but we got about 30 seconds to figure out how that earlier race connects to later events. All this is gonna end here and now, and here and now. Then let's walk into it. Or through it. Guess we're taking the given that Clara took part in the earlier race. Yeah, we got to assume that. Clara got up to the mountain earlier than everyone thought. She wasn't alone, she raced with another car. T-Bro was up there, setting up, but he was probably really busy. The instructors faced the road, so he could have missed it. And not long after Clara and the other cars set off, the Jack of Heart arrived at the top of the mountain. She heard the sounds of two cars racing, Clara's car and a mystery car. But who won? Not sure that really matters. I guess we don't know. I mean, did they even finish the race? I can't help but feel like if the earlier race had finished, someone would have seen that happen. What was— oh crap, I forgot the names of these people. Of course! Okay, yeah, that was it. If they had finished, Marco West would have seen them do it. He said he was camped out in at the track for the whole evening. So we know they started racing but didn't finish. That means they must have stopped before the end of the race. And someone exchanged a tire. Right. Wait, come again? Think about it. Red said that straight races don't carry spare tires, right? So that means between two cars on the course, there are 8 wheels, i.e. 4 wheels each. We have one of those wheels, and it's from the mystery car. Clara's car is also missing a wheel. But, and this is the kicker, Clara's car, when we saw it, had 3 wheels still on it, but the mystery car was gone. Simple algebra. If the mystery car drove off, they must have had 4 functioning tires. Right. The driver of the mystery car must have replaced the faulty wheel that we have with one of Clara's. And presuming the one we have rolled off and lost in the darkness before they could grab it. Why did all this even happen? I suppose it's simple. Why do you ever change the tire by the side of the road in the middle of winter? Okay, they must have had an accident. It's the only thing that explains both that the race didn't finish and why they would exchange tires. But we know Clara must have driven back up, maybe via the side road to get to the race. So Clara just drove away in the one working car, leaving the other car stranded. That doesn't seem like her. And if the mystery car was left, stranded near Clara's crash would later take place. I get the feeling that we're circling something very important here, but we're not quite there yet. Think, Nina. 2 cars are racing, there's an accident, both cars stops before they reach where Marco West is camped out on the course. One, of course, is left with 3 functioning wheels so he can't drive away. Clara's car turned up for the start of the race, and as we have one of the wheels, we know that one of the cars was left stranded. But as the mystery car wasn't there later on, that makes it impossible for Clara's car to have driven away. We know that the mystery car was not there when the ace race happened. Only Clara's crash car containing her corpse. That could mean... I'm afraid I'll have to hurry you, Miss Aquila. That must mean... After the earlier race, what happened to Clara? So for starters, no one expected Clara before the flip over. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present a theory. Clara took place in the earlier race. There was an accident in which she was involved, and she never returned to the top of the mountain. Preposterous! She took place in the ace race! Can you prove that?
Objection.
I don't need to. There are over 30 eyewitnesses, including, if I may add, you! Did any of them speak to Clara? Any one of those witnesses? I didn't. My sister didn't. Rokia didn't either, but I'm not trying to out Clara. So let's not mention that.
Objection.
How would that possibly...
Objection.
All of us saw the same thing. A car with darkened windows. This is ridiculous. Of course Clara took part in the race. That's how she died. You're certain of that? Yes. Absolutely? Yes. Your Honor, the defendant wishes for Mr. Kirsten to make a statement concerning why he believes Clara took place in the ace race. You sure about this, Nina? Got to be. Because based on our reasoning, no matter how nonsensical it seems, it's impossible for Clara to have done both. Very well. Mr. Kirsten, please make a statement about why you're saying that Clara took part in the ace race. Preposterous! Preposterous. You all saw Clara start the race. Clara had been working towards it for weeks. Besides, if Clara had been left on the track, someone would have seen her. I find this whole line of reasoning insulting to her memory. All fair, but it can't be true. Thank you, Mr. Gilson. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. Glad you, Your Honor.
Hold it!
Did you actually speak to Clara? Well, no. If you remember, I was in the day at the start of the race. I arrived at the mountain when it was partway through. You and I met in the hot dog line. From my understanding, no one actually spoke to Clara or saw us walking around. Okay, turned up for the race, but that's it. Well, for that to even make sense.
Hold it!
Only if someone actually drove down the track.
Objection!
The aces drove down the track.
Objection!
And they found Clara. Even so, it's a far-fetched to suggest that between this earlier race and the ace race, that no one found her. That's if this ridiculous theory that she was just left there is more than hogwash. Is it possible that Clara could have just been stranded there and no one would have found her? Do we have any evidence that makes this likely? I actually do remember, pretty sure.
Hold it!
But first let me just Your Honor, while I appreciate that this is distressing for the witness, this point is unnecessary. We're trying to identify the facts of what happened. Agreed. Mr. Gibson, please keep your statements as factual as possible. There must be a way of wiring more out of this. Do we have any evidence to refute this sort of claim? It's kind of my I'm pretty sure they have like sprites of her character anyway, so it's like kind of weird, honestly. I forgot about this. I mean, where was it again? I'm pretty sure there was something.
Objection!
There we go. Trey. Yes? You spent a lot of time up to the Rostro Spire area, correct? That's right. I would say I'm there most evenings. Do you drive down the Rostro Pass very much? All the time for racing practice, only in actual races. What about outside of races? Perhaps maybe to travel to Rotuna or further to the north? Well, not really, no. The mountain road is treacherous, especially in winter. No one uses the Rostro Pass just for travel. Gotcha! Your Honor, as Mr. Gibson has admitted, and as the court is already aware, the Rostro Pass is disused. It was originally built to be a path to Rotuna in the north. That role has been replaced by a modern freeway bypass which takes a tunnel for parts of its route. We even know due to Marco West's position on the track that no other vehicles drove down it for the entire evening. The phone reception on the mountain is almost non-existent. Clara and her car really could have been stranded there undiscovered for several hours. Hawk really looks like he's about to have kittens. It's quick on the uptake. Part of me thinks we're stepping through an equation that he just solved.
Order!
This is all utter nonsense. The car in the H race was Clara's. How do you explain that? This is a fair observation. Do you think this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, I believe it's important. Very well, Witness, please add this to your statement.
Hold it!
Again, how do you really know that? Dozens of people saw it! They saw a car crash, but...
Objection!
Aquila, you're gonna have to do better than that. What? The observers were people who were well observing the mountain racing car. It would be bizarre to even suggest that they would misidentify a car. Quite. Miss Aquila, if you can suggest the car was in fact a different car, then you will need evidence of that. If Cloud Car was at the start of the race, managed to fool everyone, they must mean have bore some kind of identifier. had to be something which caused people to look at and say, yeah, that's Clara. Do we know of anything like that? Something missing from the accident site scene? Missing mishaps, missing license plate.
Objection!
Okay, Trey, here's a question. Go ahead. How does a person identify a car? There are many ways. Color, size, model, number of doors, engine size. But those things don't identify a car. Many cars are the same or have similar engines. What identifies as a unique vehicle? Let's say the police recovers a car that is stolen. How do they reunite the car with its owner? I'm not a policeman. Human me.
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense is asking this witness to speculate. I'll allow it, but make your point quickly, Miss Aquila. Well, I suppose the police would examine the car's license plate and match that to the record at the DMV. Let it be stated for the record that in this state, vehicles are only required to bear one plate. So, Mr. Gearson, hypothetically speaking, if a vehicle bore the wrong license plate, could it be misidentified? That's absurd. The mix-up would surely only be brief. Absolutely. Fleeting even. But tell me. Let's say that after this earlier race, someone stole the plate from Clara's car and fitted it to a different car. How thoroughly did people inspect Clara's car at the start of the race and for how long? In fact, this suggests a further extension to our theory, because if Clara was stranded further down the mountain after the earlier races, let's go for it. The person who entered the race was an imposter. Imposter hot dog.
Order!
I will have order. I don't believe this. I refuse to believe it. I can't. I would love to check out the oh crap. You're suggesting we could be hoodwinked so easily? No mere imposter could fool the entire roster racing community. It does seem far-fetched, but quite possible given the right supporting evidence. Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, I believe it's important. Very well, witness, can you please add this to your statement?
Hold it!
You feel that the roster races are immune to being hoodwinked? I do. It's a community of exceptionally skilled people. Nothing gets past us. Oh, I think you're all more easily fooled than you realize. And I'm sure I have the evidence to prove it. Are you thinking? Uh-huh. You're seriously gonna present? Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna present it. Uh-huh. We're gonna do the hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog. I'm taking this off. Trey ordered the wrong hot dog, but these vegans, one are indistinguishable from the real things.
Objection!
That's right, I forgot about. I remember this. Trey, can you remind the court where we first met? It was in the line of the hot dog vendor up the Rostro Vista. Why? And those hot dogs, are they good? Have you had them before? Yes, numerous times. Actually, they're fantastic. Surprisingly so. Your Honor, to refute the witness's statement, we'd like to present this. A vegan hot dog. What? Those are vegan hot dogs? I'm vegan! I could have been having them all this time? What's happening? Vegan? What does that have to do with anything? Two things, Chad. Firstly, Terry Scrub's dog has been popular up at the Rostro Spire. In fact, people are saying they're the best hot dogs they ever tasted. But here's the kicker. Due to a shipping error, Terry received a shipment of vegan hot dogs by mistake. He's been selling them for weeks, and nobody noticed. But secondly, this is a perfect analogy because Terry's actions follow on from that faulty shipment, cause and effect. But if that were true, I mean, the imposter who entered the ace race, even if they swapped the plates, they would need to be driving very similar car, ideally the same model car. This has all been very entertaining, but enough. I'm not aware of any evidence that there was a duplicate of Car's car up in the mountain, and without that, this whole line of reasoning crumbles into dust. I do believe we have entertained this flight of fancy for long enough. Miss Aquila, I'm gonna have to ask for some evidence that this duplicate car ever existed, or I'll be forced to draw proceeding to a close immediately. A duplicate car? Was there a duplicate? Did anyone see one? What was it again? Could it be? No. Kick ahead in the game, but no, that's not it. What was it again? Oh crap. Ah! Deja vu! I've been in this place before. Deja vu? I keep reading this for I know what it means. Your Honor, the custodians of the Restoration Aquila, a man named Jasper Frank, told us that he experienced deja vu on the night Clara died while driving up towards the top of the mountain. He said the effect was so severe that he was forced to stop for a moment to be sure he wasn't hallucinating. At the time it didn't make much sense, but the time synced up. How so? Jasper was passed by two identical looking cars, one after the other. Even if that were true, that only leaves a very short time for the driver of this mysterious car to change the tire into a license plate. The basic tool alone, by the roadside freezing temperatures, and in the dark, is right. I know. Who could do all of those things? Who could drive that well enough for people to briefly think that Clara was behind the wheel? A master mechanic who could change a tire and plate in no time with basic tools in the dark. Who could get Clara to come out to the mountains earlier, or when she knew she had an important race later? Someone close to her who no one would ever immediately suspect. Who had access to another Mr. Ogie 8888. You raced in the earlier race? It was you. We've been debating it all this time, but it was you.
Order!
Order. I will have order. Mr. Aquila, explain yourself. Who are you accusing? The only person who fits all of the evidence. The person who raised Clara earlier that evening, and was the last person to see her alive. Trey Pearson. Really? Will you have to say anything to exterminate your clients? I couldn't have been there. I was on a date if you must know. Oh really? You couldn't have been much if you were buying a hot dog just a bit later. Not that it's any of your business, but I was very hungry, yet the restaurant only served small portion. I was at the great way. That's a lie! I eat at the great way very frequently. And the night that Clara died was the all-you-can-eat night. Oh, yeah? Yeah! In fact, tell me, Mr. Gearson, any argument that the roster races are having over sponsorship? Clara was totally against it. What side were you on? Fine. I'll admit, as I can see that it's pointless to argue further, I did race Clara earlier in the evening, so you admit, let me finish. Some time ago, I became aware that Clara intended to refuse corporate sponsorship for the roster races. If you must know, I hated her for it. She was fine sitting there at the top of her ivory tower with her inherited wealth, while the rest of us fought around in the dirt for table scrap. I built Gearson & Co. Not figuratively, I literally laid bricks on some of the buildings. She talked of romantic ideals of independence, but the rest of us live in the real world. Those days she talked about our coming to an end, and I wanted our racing family to persist. So you resolved this the only way you could by challenging Clara to a race? That's right. I sent a message to Clara's phone earlier in the day. A message Clara received while eating with Rokio. Then, when I dropped her off Clara's car via tow bar, we got into our cars and headed up to the Rosta Vista. Once we were there, we started racing. It's easy to admit to. Watch out, I think those get worse before I get better. But Clara eluded me. Eluded you, Mr. Gerson? I said earlier that I was the pre-imitated racer, and I was being truthful. Before we had even got halfway down the track, I've lost sight of her. She got so far ahead. Yeah, right. It felt pointless to even continue the race. I pulled over and came to a stop. So this business with the other wheel and the license plate. It may have happened in a manner similar to your deductions, but I didn't see it. Well, it seems really convenient, but okay. What do you do? I took some time to reflect on how things had gone, of course. By the time I pulled myself together, quite some time had passed. I'm not quite sure of what exactly how much. Be right back. But I set off for the top of the mountain, and by the time I got there, Carla had returned and started the ace race. Why do you lie about being at the Great Wave? I was embarrassed. You think I being that I was bitten so soundly? I do have pride, you know. So you see, Miss Aquila, no need for wheels or different cars. Gradually, perhaps, and we'll deal with that later. Even your motive is weak if you're seriously implying that the winters killed Clara Mess. It's not dissimilar, in fact, to Hank's proposed motive, which we already dismissed as weak but still alone. Even if Mr. Gearson did raise Clara earlier in the evening, there's no proof that he was involved with Clara's death. Oakham's razor suggests it is simpler to assume that Clara died in the ace race. All those other points are just mystery you're dredging up to try and obscure your client's guilt. And on that note, the prosecution rests. If you only know something which connects Trey to the scene, but a tire, I know, but it's not direct evidence. It was upon another piece of evidence, but on its own, it's not absolute proof. Miss Aquila, do you have any final remarks before I pass judgment? If we had proof with those acts of perjuries, if we had proof with these acts of perjury, that would have probably ended this here and now. What could possibly connect Trey to the scene like this? Miss Aquila, a moment, Your Honor. Okay, Nina, time to make the impossible possible. Conference quick. Okay. Let's start with the assumption that Clara went up to the mountain with Trey. They passed Jasper on the way up, and then right at the top of the mountain path. Start racing the early race. The race they didn't finish. Trey says Clara got away from him. Let's assume he used the time to see where we end up. What if Trey and Clara had an accident? Clara was killed. Trey would have panicked. I mean, look at what happened with our clients. Street racing's dangerous and illegal, so you got to assume the worst in his shoe. Yeah, it probably wasn't his intention. Probably just wanted to beat her. But for our purposes, I guess it doesn't matter for all that much. Picture it. Trey and Clara don't collide, but they get close. Clara skids off the road and when it's all over, Laura is dead. Grin. Trey Carl must have been part of the accident. How do you figure? This business over the wheel. Like the evidence suggests that a wheel wasn't changed, you just don't do that for fun. After the accident, one of the car must have been good save for a broken wheel, while the other one was wrecked. That we saw at the crash site. After all, one of the cars later took part in the ace race. It could have been too damaged. Right, good point. Trey must have assumed he could implicate the aces if he impersonated a car in the race. We'll get to the ace race in a bit. Let's keep at this earlier racing first. So maybe after the wheel, they could have been when he removed the license plate. Kinda ingenious. He needed a disguise. A disguise, huh? But even if they take their master's hat or their master's cloak, what is it? Well, that's the life wire just then. I forgot to mention. In case people forget, I'm improvising. Still, I got an idea. It's going to sound great, but stick with me. To the end, but what is it? Trey really did enter the race as an imposter. What car did he use? Yeah, hey, Mr. Tsuki AGA. That's the $1,000,000 question though. Which one? Am I running on that byline? Am I running that byline all the time? So far that we see that Trey put Kara's car on his guy and used that in the ace race. Why did we assume that? I don't know. It seems a fair thing to assume. I mean, they're near identical, so why would you switch cars? You wouldn't if you had a choice. Just now you said that both cars had to be involved in the accident, or Trey wouldn't have no reason to change the wheel. You would take the remaining pristine car and maybe swap the license plate. I think I'm starting to get it. We saw the car earlier at the scene of the accident. He was pretty banged up. No one was going to be able to drive that car away in the tow truck. Trey had to take the working car. What if that car was Clara's? The car died in the accident. Wouldn't the more damaged car naturally be hers? That's another assumption. Remember, Clara died to one single head trauma. Could have been bad luck. People end up paralyzed from praying and fender benders. So you're saying that Trey moved Clara's body into his car, which was badly damaged, and took her keys, left his in the car to be found with Clara's car body. Whatever. And he fixed the only thing on Clara's car, a single busted wheel. A real wheel even, because that's where the Lucy's other wheel came from. Wouldn't forensics have found trace prints all over the car? He built those cars and maintained them regularly. His prints, hair, dead skin, all his face car would be covered in them. The police would have the car in which car was found over at the impound. But he ceased to say, if this works, that car at the impound isn't actually Clara's car at all. It's Trey's car! The impound is all the way across this town. How are we going to prove it's really Trey's car? And if we had the time, how would we do that? We need a foolproof way to identify a specific car. Something practically unique. Something Trey doesn't know about couldn't tamper with. Miss Aquila, I feel like I've been generous enough. Your final remark, please. They will be brief, Your Honor. I would have never done this, but that doesn't matter. My style is good enough, and I'm gonna prove it. Your Honor, the defense asserts that Terry Gearson was in fact present when Kramas died. This happened during the earlier race. Here we go again. Ha! Don't be ridiculous. You can't possibly prove anything of the sort. We believe Mr. Gearson was forced to change a wheel by the accident and wait somewhere out of sight before heading up to the top of the mountain via the single side road to impersonate Clara in the
Objection!
Still banging the shroom? Okay, Aquila. Can you present one piece of evidence that can suggest that Trey was at the scene when Clara crashed? I can. What? You see, Hawk? What's more important is what Mr. Gibson took away from the scene, because I believe, that Mr. Gibson was forced to switch cars by the events of the accident. This is what led to the strange facts of the missing license plate and mysterious extra wheel. Hang on now. If that were true, that would mean that the car in which Clara was found was actually Mr. Gearson's car. More than that, Your Honor. Deep breath, Nina. You got this. Mr. Gearson? How did you arrive at this courtroom today? I drove here. Wonderful. Your Mr. Yota AG88 is parked just outside, right? That's right. Perfect. Where is it again? I was given these by a friend. The Clara spare car keys. And I think if I hold my arms high enough and get the angle on the remote just right. Bingo. Mr. Gearson? Why, you... This isn't the best of part of town. Would you care to use the keys in your possession to lock it again? Did he just run out of my courtroom? Mr. Hawk, what's the meaning of this? Don't look at me! He's a witness! We didn't expect he would suddenly become a suspect! This is great. It is? Of course. This totally undermines Hawk's case. True. Isn't he driving away in our practical piece of evidence? Chad! What? Don't just stand there, call the police. We can't, but he's driving a high-performance racing car. Is this the thing we're going to be able to catch him? Can't end like this. Your Honor. Yes? Deputize me. Right now. Why? Figure it out. Trey! What the? You're not getting away! Beat it, lawyer! Nina, are you okay? I'm following Trey. He's trying to escape from the city. Maybe if I can catch him, we can end this. Hell yeah, final race. Trey, where are you going? You can't just run away. I don't need to run forever. I'm just across the front line, north of Rotana. North of... That's a war zone! Trey, if you just stop, we can figure something out. Forget it! Bad for a lawyer. Mr. Frank? What are you here for, you old cook? To help catch you, of course. I was racing when your mum was still bathing your ears with her tongue, you whippersnapper. Ha, as if you could. You know, this Trey's tuned very specifically for the restroom downhill course, but not for this race driving. If you can keep up the pressure, great thinking, Jasper. So what do? Just try to catch him, and don't let up. Trey, this is lunacy. What was I supposed to do? You saw how the car was going to strike down the aces? Then it really was an accident? Yes. Truly? I did want to kill Clara. She was my friend. But why this whole runaround? Why not tell the truth from the start? Be serious. The moment I realized she was dead, the whole thing flashed before my eyes like some kind of Mercury play. There was no witnesses, no evidence to support me. I even had a motive. My business, my life, it was all going to be torn apart. But sending a friend to prison? On the suspicion? If there was no evidence, I knew it wouldn't stand up to appeal. But I had nothing to lose, and I had so much more. That sounds like a convenient rationalization when you're not the one being sent behind bars. It wasn't the perfect plan. What do you want from me? I wanted you to turn around and come back to Flood City with me. Forget it. How are they speaking to each other in these speeding cars? Keep going, Nina. Detective Flatfoot? In the Force's fastest car. Can you stop him? Bah! Not a chance! This isn't you, Trey. You've forgotten yourself. No one can run from the truth that lies in the heart of the drift. The what? It's a thing, detective. Just go with it. Yay! Win! Baby power!
Objection!
stop this at once. You're never gonna hold it. Shut it, you fossil, I can hold it. I built this guy with my own team. Is that his radiator? Okay, keep going, you're gonna get killed. Can you leave that pipe that you run when you cut until it spreads with you still inside? I can make it. Nothing can stop me, you'll never. Trey! No answer, he could be unconscious. I guess I'll just have to. Trey! Where? What? Are you hurt? You just saved me? Forget that! Are you hurt? Can you feel your fingers, your toes? Yes, I can. I think I'm okay. He comes flat-footed. Only get one chance at this. Trey, this is very important. Who is your sponsor? The one you spoke at the parking lot. Who is she? I don't know. What? How can you? They pushed me before Clara died in. They said they want me to try and beat her and win the ace race. Just like Hank and the others, it was from an anonymous email address. But Clara knew it. You sure? Certain. Did you see anything to you? Anything at all? No. The only thing I can say is this. The sponsor first emailed us. Everyone was wondering how much money, what the terms would be, how it would affect us. But Clara was trying to answer an altogether different question. Why? Why? Why what? Why us? Why now? Why everything? You think she was worried because she didn't get a proper answer? No. I think she was worried because she did. Why do you care? What's it to you? Nina? I'll take it from here. Enjoy Florida, Jasper. Mr. Gibson, you have the right to remain silent. I'm placing under arrest on the suspect of the murder of Clara Mass. Today's events have certainly fast and furious. Fight poop sound effects. I wish I had a soundboard. I would totally add that, put that in. Mr. Hulk. Yes. Has Mr. Gibson been taken into custody? Yes, Your Honor. Suck it, Chad. See, we'll arrange to try him at a later date. You will need to work up specific charges, and I'm expecting that you will have some very difficult questions to answer concerning the death of Clara Mass. Your Honor, if I may, speak on Trey's behalf. I believe Clara's death really was an accident. He tried to implicate us, Red. We almost took the fall. I just don't believe that Trey went out to the mountain that night with the intent to murder her. You strongly disagree with her, yes, but they really were friends. If the death really was an accident, Trey must have panicked. I'll just ask that you think of his action as those of a desperate man as opposed to a murderer. I had no idea the rest was so, I don't know, chill. No, Mr. Rinson. However, that brings us on to an odd question. I still don't understand what happened during the ace race. Ditto. It's really very confusing. I thought Clara passed us. I'm also at a loss. I can explain that, I think. It's actually very simple. All three of you actually noticed something about Clara during the race, something that retrospectively makes sense. I guess she was driving a little weirdly. Expected all along. Oh, buzz off, Kioske! You're in the dark as the rest of us. When all four of you started the ace race, the real car saw Trey's car sped down the course. Trey hung back at the right moment. He turned off his headlights, and at the moment, Drusilla struck something. I can't quite prove this, but I believe it was the wheel that brought into the courtroom earlier today. And all Trey had to do was take the siren and speed back to the top of the course. You three carried on, and when you found Clara, you see that she had somehow passed you and crashed. For us sitting here in the call room, it seems almost nonsensical. But in your collective heightened state, awash with adrenaline, it was the only sensible explanation. So naturally, you all believed it. Discussing among themselves before Roki and Trey turned up, made it real, at least for you. I can hardly believe it. Trey turned up with Rokio. He looked us in the eye knowing that we were going to take the fall. He was utterly convincing. It does gotta prove something though. What? Things aren't always what they appear to be. People can fake many things. But style will always reveal who someone really is. Style. Let's file that as one for later. Unless you train X. Oh. Speak for yourself. Even after all this, I'm not angry. I kind of feel sorry for him. And on that, Your Honor, the defense rests. Very good, Mr. Aquila. Mr. Hall, do you have anything to add? Only one thing. Surely he has done. Not bad, Miss Aquila. You want to congratulate Dylan too? Don't push your luck. Very well. Miss Aquila? Miss Aquila has put inference all about proving that Clara died long before the defendant were close by. Therefore, on all charges, I find the defendants
Not guilty.
Yeah! The Ace says we should meet them over at the Great Wave. We're gonna head straight there in a bit. Before we do that, can we stop at the office? Sure. The Aces were heading straight to the restaurant, Nina. What are we doing back here? I had an idea during the trial. This will only take a minute. You sure? I don't know. But if it doesn't, that's from the last time I watched this security footage. What? Excuse me. What was it that Kisuke said? Things aren't always what they appear to be. People could fake many things. But style will always reveal who someone really is. There! What is it? What do you see? Do you see? Look. Okay, it's just a guy wearing a baseball cap. That's right. But it's a matter of style. He's wearing it the wrong way around. In all the prior footage, the janitor wore his cap backwards, but this guy's wearing it forwards. Here's a comparison. Whoa, you're right. Never noticed it before. It's easy to ignore. You could just turn it around though. Maybe, but let's watch it a bit more. That's it. It's like a smudge. More than a smudge. It's a facial scar. Does the janitor have a facial scar? We must have met him during the Annie's trial, right? No, he doesn't. What's that mean? Simple. That man, whoever he was an imposter. We have to go see Chad's Hulk's boss and run away. What is it, Nina? Surely this is the break in the case we've been waiting for. It is. But as much as I hate to admit it, this is a lead, but not real evidence. If we go half-cocked, we might lose our chance to appeal the DA to open up an appeal. We need to search for definitive evidence. Oh, and Ho's all fired up. Don't douse yourself yet, huh? This is just the start. At least it's something we can unravel until we run out of threads. So, are we still going out for food with the Aces? Sounds good. We're not gonna find more clues about this when it's late at night and we're sourced from another case. Let's head out. Great, meet me up by the door when you're ready. Okay, just gonna go to the top. Nah, I didn't think about this. Whoops. Damn, I lost. Oh no. Anyways, ready to hit up? Yep, let's get going. Okay, boss. It's kind of funny to see the whole grid-like thing. The bike is gonna end up here. To the Great Wave. You guys seen any tuning yet? No, but I seen this play of Salmon. Maybe you could order some? Yeah, fish makes me nauseous. Then why did you agree to come? I was on very. I wanted to go to the steakhouse downtown. Found me something candy. I swear I saw a cheeseburger pass by a few times years ago. I might go for one of those myself. Seriously? This is a nice sushi place. What? I like cheeseburgers. Well, now that we're here, Nina, I think I speak for everyone when I say that you simply can't take me enough. That's right. No one else had any idea about Trey's action. How did you figure it all out? Plus that, it was a good cafe. Maybe just taking Dylan and Ren as much as I. Plus, we had some help at the last minute, without which things could have gone differently. Help? Who? Just for Frank. He turned up at our office late last night. That old cook? He totally hated us. He was weird, always conking around, picking trash, telling us to park it out, giving us aggro. It seems weird he wouldn't get balls. I wonder why Jasper decided to help. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he knows anything about Hope, Jake, and racing. Oh no, it's just sure. Where was it again? What? Seriously? Years. Literally years and you never said a word. From what I understand, 1981 is the 1981 incident brought mountain racing to a disrepute, and it was ended it once and for all. Plus, Jasper, if he is responsible, lost a close friend, a rival ace. Can't be totally certain, but I make a scree out of connecting up the dots. Jasper said that Clara knew him, and I think this is what he meant. So you say, Jasper Frank was the very first Joker. Well, I'm starting. Wait up, I got a few questions myself. Firstly, who's your Joker right now? Did you guys figure it out? We say it should be Hank. He seems sensible. Ah, shut guys. Hank has a vision of how we're gonna move forward as a family. So you're accepting the sponsorship? Not right away. Kara obviously had some personal beef with the sponsor, whoever they are. But doing something like that is important for securing the roster race's future. I don't know what form it's gonna take. My goal is to see us form a professional racing team. Some form of sponsorship is gonna be involved with that. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck. Bye. Rukio. Oof, awkward. You gonna eat with us, Rukio? Aye. No. I just wanted to... Oh, come on, Rukio. You have something to eat with us. Sorry, but I'm not quite there yet. It's okay, Rukio. We respect that. But I'm happy that everything worked out. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Do you want Clara's keys back? No, there's no need. It's just the keys to a car that never belonged to me. You can Maybe they'll bring you luck. Guys, Clara's funeral is the day after tomorrow, and afterwards, I'm gonna head out of town for a few weeks. But I'll be back. Actually, I had something we wanted to talk to you about. Bluesky, do you want to tell her? Oh, it's not my place. You should, Hank. Okay. Okay, when you come back, we'd like to do so as the new Ace of Spades. How about it? Well, I don't know what to say. Say yes. I guess I could give you guys a run for your money. That's the spirit. Enough talk, I'm starving. Food first, then lucky voice. Lucky voice? It's a karaoke bar with an all-you-can-drink policy. Sounds like my kind of party. I think I'll pass. I got something to tell you something to take care of to wrap up everything up. Oh, and then you should go with them, Dylan. Sure? You okay? It's fine, really. Sure. I'll do karaoke with you guys. But we wanna can't sing. None of us can. I may have dodged a bullet there. Have a great time, guys. Ooh, that gives me an idea. We're good, darling. Before you leave, Hank, you scooch in there. Hank, get your oh my. That's Joker Hank to you. Oh boy. Do something crushed out a bit? Like this? Okay. Say, California rolls. Yeah, stay here, okay? Why? What? I'll be right back. Okay. Stay with her, okay? She was staying right there. Maybe we were able to see her spawn again when she was standing. It's a long shot, but I need to know. No. My legs feels like jelly. And my heart is being out of drum solo. Why am I breaking out in a cold sweat just trying to remember who she is? Came all the way up here. I'm not just gonna turn around and go, deep breath. Who are you? I don't even know you, but I can picture you in my head with perfect clarity. Better than Dylan, better than Anya. I remember, years ago, you looked right into my eyes and... That's it. How? How could I have forgotten? Or maybe I just didn't want to remember. She was standing there on that day when everything changed. She was the last person I ever saw. The very last thing I ever saw. With both eyes. Next time. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be chapter 4, which you already saw parts of it. Stop, foul beast! Your evil will never take round in this eat well. By the power of the sacred fist, I'll punish you. Valkyrie transform! Cut. that okay? Fantastic, Amelia. As always. No need to lay it down too thick, Sarah. It's just a location test. I'm serious. You're natural. You know every single take. The show's gonna be awesome. I can see it. Valkyrie Sacred Feathers sweeps the awards. How do you get so good anyhow? Practice, I guess? This place. Was the location for the fighting really your idea? They said they wanted somewhere industrial and remote, so it seems like a good fit. So grimy and drab. It makes the bright colors of your final costume really pop by comparison. So, are we good? Yeah, I think we have everything we need for today. I mean, all we wanted was some footage of Millie and the location compared to the other sites we all auditioned. And I think we got that and then some. You wanna ride that? It's okay, I got my motorbike nearby. See you Monday morning? Looking forward to it. Safe trip home. You too. Okay, we're out. Pack it up. It's still around here. I can sense it. Show yourself. Foolish Valkyrie. The city will kneel at the feet of the great Malafara. Not today, by the powers of Sacred Feathers, Valkyrie, transform. Let's rumble, dog breath. And here comes the, what is it called? The things. Hey Anya, we're shooting 5 minutes. Oh, so you do need me after all. Anya, we talked about this. You're not gonna have lines every single episode. Easy for you to say. The show's named after you. Do I smell liquor? Have you been drinking? It's just some tequila. You want some? Yes? I gotta keep wearing this hand-me-down bunny girl outfit. Guys, the director wanted us to get this party started. Our party started about an hour ago, Goggle Boy. Is she? A little. Then are you? Not as much. Show must go on though, am I right? Hello. Welcome to Aquila Channel, a special viewers facing segment where we talk to you, the viewer player. Today's chapter was themed around several things, most notably the street racing manga and anime genre. Attentive fans of those shows will doubtless have noticed some of these similarities. Even the car president game and some of the property attributed to them are parodies of real-world cars. The design of Nina's car was an extra special reference. Did you spot it? Chapter 3's twist was inspired by the 4th stage of Initial D. In that show, there was a scene where a car because a mysterious car was documented with an oddly familiar driving style. Hashtag no spoilers. The point is that a car could be a disguise and this seemed like a cool idea to build upon. However, we knew that we were going to take on the illegal street racing genre and tell our players to actually race. The version in the final game is actually the 3rd prototype of the racing system, and because of which on its own, took around 3 months to develop. This was inspired in concept by Tactical Fonda, a Japanese exclusive game for the Sega Saturn, in which racing is handled in RPG-like terms. Though Nails Token Ticket Racing took this in a very different direction. Of course, Token Racing isn't actually a real thing, it's actually a real thing, not just something seen in anime. Though in animated form, it needs to be depicted like in sports anime. And just like any sports anime, it's heavily dramatized. Tongue or toe means pass and mountain pass, and has its roots in illegal mountain road racing. Due to the success of Initial D, it has a strong association with the mountain roads of Gunma Kanto region of Japan, particularly in the town of Haruna, which has been part of nearby Tokyo since 2006. Additionally, we wanted a story where Nina having found some common in chapter 2 with strength in the earning unique style both in and out of the card. Wait, as a lawyer, shouldn't Nina really have been engaging illegal street racing? It's probably best not to overthink it. Chapter 3 story drawing all of these elements, showed racing anime, using the cars as disguise, and decided to find fate in one own unique style. But of course, these are just main threads of the plot. A lot of other stuff was packed in there too. So that's chapter 3 out of the way. On to news. First, we want to thank all of our followers, friends, and sponsors, supporters. In particular, I'd like to thank the members of the Now Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you can find the link on the game's title screen. There's also has its own Twitter page. There's a link on the game's title screen on that too. We're going to be posting more giveaways via Twitter, so make sure to follow me if you're a fan. The public store has a wide range of merch, including hoodies and mugs. Sales of the merch are funneled directly into paying for more CGs, sprite art, other features in future chapters. And this is a biggie. We want to do a shout out to Rachel Messa, Nina's voice actor. Rachel came to know from an extensive background in anime and video game voice acting. Now it's time to sign off, but before we go, Chapter 4 is going to be a magical adventure with mystery, secret identity, intrigue, and magical gifts. You're a bit late. You can just rewatch the whole thing when this stream is over, but basically what happens is like I replaying the entire stream from the start. Whoops. Well, I mean, no, like, I forgot to finish chapter 3, so I went back and just did chapter 3. This is not chapter 4. I'll do chapter 4 next stream, like continue it. But you can, rewatch like the end of chapter 3 because there's a little bit of context you may need to know. Not too much, just like, yeah. If you enjoy it, you can, and of course, support the creator if you can, if you want to. So if you like the third chapter of the game, well, make sure you look us up and follow us. Look for us for more news about chapter 4, Sacred Feathers, which is already out. And I'll play next stream again. And continue it. I already started it though. Whoops. Hey. Nina, hey. You okay? Look, I know you didn't get any lines this time around, but the next chapter, upon reflection, I think it's gonna be fun. Can't wait to see you in a skimpy magical girl get up. Ha! The magical girl is going to be the defendant. Or maybe the victim? The details are kind of fluid right now. Well, in chapter 3, the victim was a street racer. How did that work out? With these ties? Bring it on. How skimpy are we talking? Who says she's the only one, Dylan? I'll be in the gym. But yeah, I'm probably going to try to do a stream like maybe later this week or next week. We'll see what happens. Next one will definitely be chapter 4. But yeah, and I forgot to talk about Chad. I like Chad, he's actually pretty funny. And I think this trial, does show the best of him so far, just being a douche rival without being like, a central character. Like, I get that, that's like, Ace Attorney thing, but it's good to have something, just a character that's a douche. Yep, I will do that soon, promise. I didn't do a good job like advertising it. I was originally planning to do it tomorrow, but then I just got bit, you know, that, you know, there. But I say like, there's a feature, art gallery, sound select, and free roam mode. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a bit of that actually, before I go. This is obviously just bonus for like everything. So yeah, let's just look at the key art, I guess. These are made by Kuahari. These are the primary Nina poses used in-game and promo image. We can't overstate how important Korai's fantastic art is to nail. They perfectly play a huge role in bringing Nina to life. Made by Kohari, these are the busts used by Nina throughout the game. These were one of the ways that Nina has been enhanced since its original release. These images replace Nina's old RPG Maker's face sprite. I kind of want to know what the original really looked like. And yeah, these are additional expressions. Oh yeah, it's like other variation of the other stuff. Of plus yay! Anyways, yeah, chapter 4, I'll definitely play it next stream. What other game should I play actually? Thinking about actually, you know, making a new thumbnail art and doing some Hytale stream maybe? I don't know. Just throwing ideas. Especially with the way the world is right now. What? Oh yeah, driving face. Again, we got this person on. These are only seen cropped during the main game. Here are the full versions. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm also just making these for myself, you know, like these streams. Because I actually want to make these streams specifically, like, just so I can, like, go back to them and look at specific parts of, like, what I think about them. And which part I find funny, you know. Without having to, like, you know, replay the whole game again or look up another video, I guess. Anyways, Chad, I love this guy. I may as well just talk about him now. Made by Shipiriari Shu. Made for the Objection event. Yeah, I love this guy. He's a bit of a dork, but you know, in the best way possible. He's probably my favorite character, honestly. And you know, it's not like an important character like, you know, like in like the other prosecutors like in the Ace Attorney games, as I said earlier. And in a way, I kind of like that about him. You know, he's he's important, but just like not the main character in a way. You know, and he's, you know, just funny. You know, if like the pain character in Ace Attorney is like, you know, a real, you know, actually has a major role in the game, and it's more competent, but without sacrificing the goofy personality. Your Kohari's emote bust is for the first bust image to be completed, and we're instrumental in the decision to go ahead with additional busts for Chad, Nina, and Dylan to the Steam release of the game. I'm kinda curious to see what it originally looked like, and of course it's Dylan, made by Omi B. Gumbo, Dylan's dialogue bust. Oh yeah, Sleeping Eagle CG. These were added to add a bit more character to the save game screen. Brother CG. This appears near the end of the chapter 2. As far as being a victorious moment, this was about showing that Dylan and Terry share a genuine brotherly bond. As the eldest of the pair, Dylan is very protective of his teamer, and we were hoping this would help convey that relationship. And finally, oh yeah, you probably didn't see the end of this, but she took out the eye patch. Gorgeous. Oh yeah, right, that's right. Wait. Okay, no. Oh yeah, right. That's like a secret quest thing, basically. We're gonna do that actually. It's like a treasure hunt kind of thing. Essentially a bonus for the Steam release of this game. Anyways, a mysterious note upon which to end chapter 3. Like yeah, just you're gonna have to go back earlier in the stream, like after the stream ends. But basically, you'll get the context behind this. Which, you know, this doesn't reveal her other eye, basically. Just gonna say that. Oh, okay. First map. These were the first map and some of the earliest faces image used in the first prototype of Neil. Wow, yeah, this is what it looks like. Note Nina's clothes and the early design for Dylan. In the early prototype, the characters said gibberish to each other and shouted objection with sweeping camera movements. It was very simple, but enough to prove that the idea was sound in principle and worked started on the first version of Chapter 1. By the file data, it seems that that was way back on the 31st of July, 2018. Hard to believe it was 3 years ago. Legacy Nina, from left to right. The original RPG Maker version of Nina, used only in the early version of Neo Chapter 1. Kohari's image of Nina's legacy design, this was much thinner and we were working on a shoestring budget and couldn't afford to rework it. The late design, on the right, was by Sam, and with some early Twitter branding, it was never meant for the actual game. Nina's model sheet. Another commission we made this fall in Chapter 3 as we sought to standardize Nina's appearance, something that haven't been most mosaiced for spoiler reasons. Oh yeah, also like one of the reasons like I want to analyze her character, as well as Dylan and of course Chad. Chad is the best character. Most of the lighting in Neo is created by hand, but the court scene took some extra work. The courtroom map is lit by using grey box scene built in Unreal Engine, rendered out from a neo-orthodox perspective. This approach was unconventional, but significantly improves the feel of the courtroom for the Steam release. Which I think, you know, like, yeah, the courtroom definitely looks cool. Which, you know, for series that, you know, yeah, Gordios. Yeah, since it's, you know, very much RPG Maker looking, you know, may as well make it look appealing. And yeah, this is the full uncopped version of it, of the screen, by Nina Lucky. Yeah, you can definitely tell, like, you know, different artists I use. This image was initially to be used as a part of a waking animation each in-day game, each in-game day. But after some work on the scene, we decided to just use the other landscape sleeping image for those segments, meaning this piece is unused. It's great to be able to show some of this stuff via this gallery because it's always a shame when art goes unused. Yeah, I agree. Hey, yeah, the dragon from Dragon Fantasy Arena game from Chapter 2. These are present in game but hard to see. All the DFA card uses these card backs. Blah blah blah. From DFA 23 is present on some sprites, though it's tiny. This design is actually ended up on a shirt in the merch shop. Initial E logo. At one point, Chapter 3 was to be called Initial E, but was decided to stick with the naming convention, which, you know, that's fair. Would have been cool, but yeah, it would be confusing. As a result, this logo only appears in the epilogue scene of Chapter 2. Shame, because it took a surprising amount of work to get just right. By Kohari, at one point, the rival in all races was represented by one generic face. This one. I like how this like says rival on the hat. It was meant to represent how in Togue Jaken Racing, these are racing against her own field as well as the other cars. It was cool in theory, but too high concept. All the early testers asked how they were racing against different people yet seeing the same drivers. In the end, we replaced this with the face you can see in the final game, meaning that this character never went beyond this sketch. Which, yeah, I would imagine being very expensive too. Whoops. Wait, did I do all of it? Yeah, okay, yeah. Promos and fan arts, may as well go through it all. 2020, Nail was featured as the cover game of an indie game mask called Pixel Bison. As well as hitting the front cover, we were also asked if we could fill the back cover too, so we produced this 90s game mags homage advertisement. As a side note, this was a huge watershed moment for Nail as a project, I was a huge fan of game mags in the 90s, so the idea that my game could feature on a magazine cover, even an indie one, was the fulfillment of a long life dream. Well, whatever, don't know if I read that right. Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. Yeah, 2020. I kind of forgot how long it took for Chapter 4 to come out, and now having to wait for Chapter 5. Oh. Couple pages from the magazines. I'll leave that for a little longer, actually. Ohio Face, these were made for Avatar and Discord serve the emotes. Yeah, I seen those. Fan out one. I should definitely make one, definitely. Like an actual unique one for it. Maybe I'll make it before Chapter 5 comes out. Haha. Fan of Anya by the Amazing Files. Yeah, that looks cool. Some merch designs. Sleeping Eagle. Figure prototype. There were a couple ideas for merch items that didn't get past the prototype phase, and we thought fans might like to see them. It would be cool to get the figurines, but at the same time, I understand the felt. See, by Ethan's wife and the Playboy things. Oh wait, whoops. It's become an annual tradition to make a token image each year. It would be for 2021. I'm gonna have to check actually, because I kinda don't even know about that. We asked what they would like to see, and the request was for, yeah, in a classic anime girl Santa suit. Right? That's pretty high quality art actually. Anyways, I think that's it for the arts. So let's look at a bit of the sound, not too much honestly, but yeah, I like that one. Oh wait, that's a lot more. Actually, you know what? I think I may as well just do that on my own time. That's my favorite song though. The what's the music for the where is it? I'm probably doing the same things. It's like the cross-examined scene. Where is it? Did it not have it? That's weird. I would have imagined like the cross-examine scene to be somewhere here. Alright, well, you know what? I wonder if I can hear the music throughout, but which song would I want to hear then? Well, I like this song. Anyways, let's just go to the free roam. There's actually I already got the achievement basically because I'm replaying this, but basically there's like a not yet. We're gonna go scavenger hunting basically. That's the bonus mission. I kinda missed that for wait, I don't think that's it. Nina, hey, it's great to see you. Did you bring that bag of Doritos? Oh, I totally forgot about that. I could get you some now if you want. Would you? That'd be fantastic. I'll head to the convenience store and see if they have any. I'll be here. It's not like I can be anywhere else. It's time! For a scavenger hunt. But it's a shame I can't listen to the music, but I don't mind too much. There's convenience store, just right here. Hey, welcome to looking for the jelly donuts. No, not today. I'm actually looking for bags of Doritos. How do you guess? Just a feeling. But I'm sorry to disappoint. We're fresh out. You're joking. I never joke about stock levels. I still have stock. Last bag to a couple. A couple? That's right. A couple carrying a not that this information will be any use to you, naturally. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that they dropped something. Think you can get it back to them? Try. I remember. He was at the game convention in the casino. Hey, you should try going to the casino. Do you want to play on the two? One platform at a time. Say, did you lose these con passes? I'll give it to him if I see him. Thanks. You know, they sell snacks in the vending machine. It has to be Doritos. I meant to request them. She's in jail. I see. Well, have fun. What? Hold on. Oh, there's a lot of drop frames. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I non-tunnel swats. Nothing else. Anyways, let's find this guy. Where is he again? I like how everyone's just at the same place from chapter 2, if you remember. Okay, where is that guy? I kind of forgot. Where is he? Oh wait, he's just up here. Pyros. Yeah, you lost this. Clearly. Say, you have any silence. Now is not the time for talk. Now is the time for joy. Oh great. Radiant hungers. Oh please. Okay. I can just play some of the cutscene stuff. Yeah, good green blob. Dialogue because it's just like dialogues like from the story, and then nobody's that's too much. Let's go get the chips. You continue to impress me, lawyer. Defense attorney. Anyways, Axel, I came to ask you something. Do you happen to have a bag of Doritos? I left them at the bar on the casino floor. You just left them? I'm a billionaire, I don't eat crap. The only drink you make is 90% sugar. I don't actually drink it. So we stopped at the bar for the prune juice. But the couple who gave it to me was so earnest they were fans, I felt compelled to take it when they offered. The barkeep myself took the bag, plus he gave me this coupon. You can have it if you like, it's good for anything, such as saying to waste it on a prune juice. Later, Axel, our paths will cross again. Chapter 1 doesn't exist, by the way. It just happened, and then everyone forgets about it because nothing happens. Yay. Anyways, where's the bar again? Oh yeah, right, it's up there. Stupid. Sorry, I'm kinda busy. Maybe later. Actually, I'm looking for something here. You might be able to help. You going to buy a drink? I have a coupon. Actually, I don't really care about the drink. Have you seen a Dorito? Dorito chip? No, it has to be Doritos. Axel raised left the bag here on the race. Strange that you would say that. Oh no. A cat girl took them. Cat girl? You literally just missed her. She came to get a drink before work. Before work? Hey, I don't judge. Said she's on her way to start her shift at the restaurant. She paid for a tab, and when I told her to give her the change, she already left leaving. I shouted, but she was nearly out of sight. But she definitely had a bag of chips in her hand, so I figured she brought them with her. Did you see what kind of chips they were? Sorry, I was too busy looking at her clothes. We'd get a blue headband. That being said, here it comes. If you see her, can you give her the chain that she walked out on? I'll see what I can do. Well, it's time to head over and find that cat girl. Wait, where is it? Ah, here. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let's go grab this bear. Hey, where was that? Oh yeah, that is Aquila, Chad. Wait, Judge Tony? Yes, Mr. Aquila? I didn't expect to run into both of you like this. Mr. Holtman was good enough to sit with me, and after we bumped into each other. To do otherwise would have been unpolite. Please to have dinner with a dashing, charismatic younger man. Always. Let me know if you spot one. We're good, douche. Okay, I think this is part of the scavenger hunt, I don't think, but I want to grab that doll. Let's get it. creepy doll. Alright, where's the cat go? Nope. Sushi train. Okay. Blue. Oh, right. Welcome to Great Wave, Nina, right? Dylan's boss? That's right. Bartender at the High Flyers Casino said that you were. Shh! Are you trying to get me fired? Hey, this might seem weird, but do you have a bag of Doritos? I wish they were stolen. Stolen. By who? Look, I'm kind of busy just chatting away like this. Some kid put a bunch of toys in the conveyor. And I need to remove them. Can I do that for you? Can you tell me who stole the bag of Doritos? I'll be forever in your debt. Fine. Bring me all 3 toys. A bear, a doll, and a burrito. That last one's a monster from Dragon Fantasy Arena. Got it. Oh, I got 2 of them already. Oh, wait, is that it? Nope, that's who knows. Oh, there. It's a green blob. Yeah! Firstly, here's the change you left at the casino. And as for the toys, this should be all of them. Now, who stole the Doritos? Only saw it for a second. They placed the bag on the countertop. And this guy, he just left the restaurant and just snatched it away as he walked out. Did you try to stop him? I was about to, but truthfully, I'm not about to have even supposed to have outside food while I'm at work. Actually, what did he drop? How do you? Lucky yes. Well, he dropped a cufflink. Stay belongs to a police officer, judging by its engraved crest. Did I? But that won't help me much. He went in the direction of the airport. Police officer at the airport? Mind if I take that cufflink? Feel free, I was gonna throw it in the trash. Okay, I wanna see. What's that? Ah, I could have examined them, I forgot about that. Note to self, I wonder if I can like redo the whole like scavenger hunting so I can just examine them. I should have realized in retrospect. Or I could just ask Ethan for the information because I don't want to replay the whole thing. You dropped this? Wait, is that mine? Never mind that. Where are the chips? Chips? The bag of Doritos you stolen from the cat girl at the sushi place. Don't try to deny it. I have a problem. Damn right you do. Stealing is a serious matter. Not that. I gave them to her, but it's like she didn't even notice. Okay. Gave them to someone? She lives in my apartment block, and I left her in a Medusa here when there's room. My relative often visit overseas, and airport parking is expensive, you know. She was just in earlier, and when she saw the Doritos, she mentioned they were her favorite flavor. I gave them to her without a second thought. I don't know, maybe I kept coming on too strong. Yeah, not coming on at all. Think I should tell her how I feel? Wait, let me think for a sec. Yes! It's not really my style. Maybe I could give her my number. Actually, you're not seriously going to. Could you do it? The case of the stolen Doritos. What's her name? Don't know. You don't even know that. What's she look like? Angelic. You're gonna need to do better than that. She has blonde hair tied up into a tight ponytail and eyes like eyes like the color of a calm sea after a hurricane. So blue. Well, I suppose I'll see what I can do. 2-star. What was that again? I'm pretty sure that sounds familiar. Oh, okay. We're going to go on the field trip. Yeah, for the Doritos. Oh, wait, whoops. No. Ah, this is fun. Hey, Lana, you wish to race? Maybe you're first. Surveillance! I will Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it. Fine. Looks like we're gonna racing! Yippee! You also get to see the racing portion from chapter 3. Lucky you. Alright. Oops. Okay. And more dialogue from the previous chapter, or chapter 3, you know, chapter I just finished playing. Sure. Okay. Okay, how wonderful. Eh. Okay. Sure. I will not disappoint Rookyu. Yeah. Oh wait. Whoop. Damn it. Alright. More like speeding portion. I don't get that one. Okay. Okay, I keep thinking how that worked, the game. What it was asking me for. I lose. You have strong racist hunt. Yeah, great. Saventa? Da. Do you know this cop guy works at the compound? Da. Because, how do you say adorable? Like blonde Siberian bear? Anyway, he wanted me to give you this. I will claim him like... It's fine, I believe you. I came to ask you for something else. Did you have a bag of Doritos earlier? Chips? That god gave them to me. I believe I left them with the hot dog guy. Terry? Da. Earlier I bought hot dog and walked away with mustard bottle. You're not supposed to take that. It was not on purpose. You want me to give it back to him? It would be helpful. Hey look, the line is gone. Nina, good to see you. You want a dog? Actually, I'm looking for something else. Oh? Do you have that bag of Doritos? What? Why would I have a bag of chips? I sell hot dogs. I think Savannah must have let them here. What, like trash? I'm too busy to watch out for other people's trash. I know, but... Look, do you want a dog? It's on the house. No, it's fine. I'm gonna go. Oh, hey, before you go, you could just Dylan. He passed by earlier, but I was too busy to serve him. He was up here? Ah, Nina? Yeah? Is that a bottle of mustard in your hand? Can you not walk off with it? Oh, sorry, Savannah wanted me to give it back to you. Gotta run. A hot dog for Dylan. Well, only one place to go. Home. Where is he? Ah, here he is. Dylan! What? Do you have the Doritos? How could you possibly? You do have them! Hey, I found them fair and square. Someone left them on the counter at Terry's truck, pristine and unopened. I looked around, but I couldn't see who they belonged to. This is gonna seem strange, but I really need them. But I'm starving! I've been trying to balance our budget all afternoon. Well, would you prefer this? Hot dog! Oh, definitely. I'll trade ya. And so, chapter 3.5 is done. Thanks a bunch. Finally. It's Doritos. Look, it's the Doritos! In wrench flavor. I never actually tried the wrench flavor. Wait, what's this? Oh yeah, it's just more of the music stuff. Oh yeah, it's just like copying stuff from the, there. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Oh, time to head over. Oh. Anyway, you will have to check out the previous stream I did for chapter 4 after this as well. Sorry if that sounds like a daunting task, but you're gonna need to know what's happening. I got them! Really? Here you go. So good. Like I said, surprised what you miss. I'm glad that it... I hate this. Yeah, it's okay. No, it's not okay. If you're here, it's like another little failure. Yeah, only you didn't fail. If anything, I failed you. Now go out. Now go on, get out of here. You can't run a successful legal business from the visitors' room at the city's jail. See you soon. Let's hope. And I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, we got the Doritos. Yay. I could get used to this. Wait, is that a cup holder? Hey you, vacate the judge's bench. Sorry. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything for the scavenger hunt. Don't think there's too much else with the roam mode. It's just like, you know, roaming around. I wonder when this will come to play. Probably chapter 5 or 6. We'll have to wait until that happens. Yeah, I already played through chapter 4, but I like playing it, so you know, I'm gonna stream it again. You know, it's like, you know, yeah. But yeah, spoilers, I guess that area's not gonna be used, but you know. So I guess I'm just gonna finish things off here actually. So let's just go back to the title screen, I guess. I do wonder what would have happened if I did the scavenger with him. Whatever. Actually, I want to see if there's some extra dialogue for. If not, then well, I'll just end stream. Okay, it's supposed to be the same dialogue, yeah. Okay, I guess Chad doesn't really add much to the conversation. Wait, hold on. No. Oh. Alright, let's just go back to the time screen this time. Yeah, you can't save here. And yeah, I'm gonna finish things off here. But, you know, I had fun replaying this, actually, like, fully. But yeah, next stream will be Chapter 4. I just realized I didn't change the logo for Chapter 4 thumbnails. I'll have to do that before next stream. And yeah, change it for the previous stream. Do I have the files? Let me check. I'm just gonna leave it on this screen so I know like when to not end the stream yet, just so I can have confirmation for myself. Where is it? Okay, yeah, I can always change it soon, I guess. Wait, hold on. Do I not? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll just change it next stream. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish things off here. And I'll see you next time. Yippee!